back for our Real Talk with Real Recruiters. This is episode 5. Today we have Claire, my co-host. She'll be joining us as we talk with some of our past interns and new hires so that you guys can learn a little bit more about what it's like to work here at Burlington and be a part of our internship program. So Claire, why don't you start off and introduce yourself to everyone and tell us a little bit about some of the jobs that you recruit for.
Sure. So my name is Claire. I'm one of the college recruiters here at Burlington. So my team recruits for our summer internship program and 2 entry-level development programs. One is the assistant buyer development program, and then we also have our allocations analyst development program. I've been with the company about 1.5 years now. My background has always kind of been in retail recruiting, so I was excited to continue that here with Burlington. Today we have Cam and Ben with us here to talk a little bit about their experience interning with Burlington and in an entry-level role with us as well. So I'm excited to chat a little bit more with you guys and learn a little bit more about your experience. So why don't you start off and just say what department you work in, what your role is, a little bit about the school you went to, and then maybe a fun fact.
Hi, I'm Cameron McCune. I interned this summer in women's sportswear, and I am back for the fall interning again. I went to the University of Delaware, and I was a fashion merchandising major. And a fun fact about myself is that I have a 1.5-year-old golden doodle named Bailey.
Oh my gosh, has Bailey gotten into any trouble lately as a puppy?
She's such a good
Really?
girl.
Oh,
She really is.
Oh, wonderful.
Hi everybody, my name is Ben Cates. I'm an e-commerce analyst here at Burlington. I was an intern in 2015 on the e-commerce analytics reporting and testing team, and then joined full-time the year following on the same team. I went to Temple University where I met a past recruiter from the Burlington team and studied management information systems at Temple. And a fun fact about me is that I play the saxophone.
Very fun. And you play regularly, right?
Yeah, I do. I play in the Temple community band still, just in a concert band.
Well, that's good. When's your next concert?
For the holiday season in December.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. I know that you both have taken a really different path to get to Burlington. So tell us a little bit about how you got to Burlington and your experience joining us.
Well, at University of Delaware, Burlington heavily recruits there. I met a few recruiters at college fairs before, and my freshman year, when I first started at University of Delaware, I actually came to Burlington through one of my classes for a shadow day, and that's kind of how I learned about Burlington and how I kind of decided that I did want to work for the company when I graduated. So when the time came, about 3 years later, Kristen, one of the other recruiters, was on campus and she received my resume, and it was all just kind of a quick process. You did a phone interview, then an on-campus interview, and then the next day I found out that I got the internship. So it was a really pleasant experience, and I knew like this was the company I wanted to be working for.
Yeah, I had an experience at the Temple University Fox School of Business. I believe it was the fall career fair for the business students, and there I was talking with Kenya, one of our recruiters here, and I knew a friend in the marketing association I was involved in at Temple, had a great experience as an intern at Burlington, and so I mentioned her and got to know a little bit about Burlington. I think a couple months later I had an interview in December 2014, and then accepted an internship for 2015.
So tell us a little bit about, maybe Ben, you can start off, the team that you were on, and a little bit about a fun experience that you had while you were an intern here.
Yeah, so it was the e-commerce analytics reporting and testing team, so responsible for a lot of the user behavior on the website. What are our users doing? How are they getting to the website? Where are they leaving in the journey? What's making them not purchase an item? So it was really, really great to be able to look at some of the reports that the team had for more so a Monday view, previous week view, the reporting that the team would need. So that was an opportunity for me to come in and help automate some of the reporting that they had to make sure that the team had all the reporting they needed for Mondays. That was kind of fun for me. I really like Excel and Visual Basic in Excel, so that was a great opportunity. And that's what I do in my my full-time role now.
And Cameron, what was it like being a buying intern for us?
So being a buying intern is very different. Like no day is the same. We're always doing something different. It kind of just changes with the task that we have to do. But I was in Missy's sportswear, so I was buying for ladies' jackets, skirts, and career bottoms. So we had a huge area to buy for. But I think the most exciting part about the role was that we got to go to market 2 days a week to kind of talk with vendors and see how the negotiation process works. And I know a lot of other companies don't offer that to interns, so it was really exciting to be able to experience that, especially at an entry-level position. And now I'm a returning intern back this fall in the same department.
Great. So it's great to hear a little bit about your internship experience, but I'm sure people are also interested to hear a little bit about your transition into the corporate working environment from a college environment. So kind of walk us through what that transition was for you, and was it what you were expecting? So then maybe you can start and share a little bit about your experience.
Sure. Yeah, I think it was definitely a lot all at once. I think it was about a month between graduation and day one, and so I took some time off, traveled a little bit, and then just sort of got right into it. And yeah, I think it was definitely a new life experience that brought up some challenges. Just living as an adult or a non-student now, and having to sort of think about my week and I'm going to plan for things around my new work life. So I think the first month was a time of experimenting, seeing what worked best for my routine, and then sort of adapting and going from there.
I mean, I think college prepared me pretty well, and I was really excited about leaving college to go into the work environment, so it wasn't too much of a surprise for me. I feel like the classes I took and the presentations I had to do prepared me really well for the environment, but it's still, you can only learn so much through a classroom, so it was really exciting to be here this summer interning because I learned so much more and I got so much more out of the experience.
Was it tough having to wake up early at first?
Actually, no, because I would try to take morning classes to get them over with, so it wasn't too much of an adjustment for waking up early.
You're used to
but
it.
definitely being there all day long and not having breaks, but it was a good adjustment.
Good. I know that students are always asking us when we're on campus, what kind of advice do you have for me if I'm applying to a job? I don't know, Cameron, do you have any advice for any students that are applying to jobs at Burlington? Any tips for them?
Definitely number one, be yourself. I think that's really important here. When I was interviewing, I've interviewed with places before, and this was the one I felt most comfortable with because they allowed you to be yourself, and I felt comfortable answering questions and even asking questions if I didn't know the right answer. So I think being yourself is the main thing that I would say for interns or potential interns. Also just taking every opportunity given to you. I think that's really important. Burlington offers a lot of those opportunities, and that's really important. And maybe the third tip would be just to take advantage of the knowledge that all the people around you have, because that'll just make your experience that much better.
That's really well said. I think that also going off of sort of culture and being yourself and making sure that that's the culture you want to be in. For me in the interview process, that was really something that stood out to me was interviewing with some of the directors and the vice president that I now work with. Is I could tell that sort of my background, sort of not directly in e-commerce, but sort of around the digital space, I could tell I was in good company. I could tell that I was with people that had a vested interest in the industry, retail, and then specifically e-commerce. So that really made it feel welcoming. I think identifying, do you have that kind of relationship with people in the interview, or maybe it's a career fair or wherever. I think that's really important to be mindful of.
Great. And I know you had mentioned culture, and that's a question that we get a lot on campus is what's the culture like at Burlington? And I think that's something that's really important to people when they're looking for a company. So how would you each describe the culture here at Burlington?
I would say the culture is basically family. Everyone's your family. Everyone's there to help. If you have questions, especially entry-level positions, no matter who you go to, they're gonna answer your question or have someone else answer the question. You never feel afraid to ask questions, and I feel like everyone's just kind of there to help you and there to help you succeed and move up within the company.
Yeah, I agree, and I think there's another element of recognition around being on a team, being in a family, recognizing the good work that other people are doing. We get a lot of feedback, both positive and sometimes negative or constructive. But the positive feedback is really highlighted within our team. So I know in our Monday meeting, when the whole team is there, we take some time to recognize the previous week accomplishments and really show the hard work that some of our team members are doing.
Well, I think along with culture, core values is extremely important to us, as I'm sure both of you know being here. And I think one of the big call outs about our core values is that we really are a caring company. I know that through the internship program, as well as working here, we have some opportunities to volunteer on a national level as well as a local level. Could either of you share some of your experiences doing that?
Yeah, I know during the internship there were many experiences, but one that's top of mind actually last month or a couple months ago, we volunteered for our Day of Giving on the e-commerce team for Pete's Sake, which provides a respite or a vacation for families that are experiencing loved one going through the challenges that come with cancer. And so we took some time to volunteer, create some little packages, care packages for their trip. And that was really great. We got to actually meet a couple of families, and we got some photos after their respite, and it was really great. So the fact that that was something we dedicated time to as a team and was sort of sponsored by the company was definitely important in terms of values.
Yeah, during my internship experience this summer, we volunteered at Cradles for Crayons, and I unfortunately didn't get to attend, but all of the people I spoke with, all the other interns, just said nothing but positive things. They wished that the day was longer. They wish they could have helped out more. There were more internship opportunities that summer because it was only 2 months, but it just makes me that much more excited to be able to volunteer in the upcoming months, because I'm sure I'll get another opportunity soon. And I just hear positive things, and I think that really brings teams together when you do volunteering opportunities like that. So I think it's positive for everyone.
Yeah, great to hear. And there's a lot of opportunities to get involved here across the corporate campus with the company. So great to hear about both of your experiences. So I have one last question for you before we wrap up. But what has been your favorite thing about working with Burlington so far?
Good question.
I would say I think my favorite thing is that I'm excited to come to work every day. I know a lot of people and past jobs that I had, you're not so excited to come into work and it's almost kind of dreadful, but I'm actually excited to wake up in the morning and come here because I know that even if I come into work and make a mistake, everyone will be there to help me and support me and help me learn from that mistake. So I think it's really important to start in a career where you're really excited to actually go to work.
Yeah, I totally agree. I would love coming into work. I think another aspect of retail is the visibility to the immediate results. So whether you're looking at store sales or e-commerce sales, you can always see sort of almost real-time view of how your work is impacting the sort of collective goal of the whole company. I think that's really exciting to be on a team that gets visibility like that and makes me excited to come to work every day.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us today. We really enjoyed chatting with the both of you. Claire, thanks for being a great co-host.
Yeah, thanks for having
fun.
me.
We hope that everyone watching our video can hopefully took a little bit of something from our video to learn about our hiring process, what it's like to be an intern here, as well as maybe some tips in visiting and applying to some of our jobs. So please feel free to stop by our careers website at burlingtonstores.jobs. Leave a comment on the video if you have any questions. We'll be happy to answer them, and we hope that you stay tuned for our next episode.